So then her grandpop is like, well, Cardi, you're not even trying. And she says, well, grandpop, why does it matter what time it is when one day time won't matter for anybody? And it's just thinking on all these gems and things, or yeah, or her saying, one day you'll realize you don't have to do too much to be great. These big things coming out of a small child. And then I'm just learning about, 7 years old is when you become accountable with yourself with God. 7 years old is the year of completion. And it's like, she did what she was supposed to do here and got up out of here. Like, this is ghetto, I'm leaving. Like, that's almost like what it was. And she was so special. And it's like, you think you have all this time. And when that time came, the time didn't matter because, we're getting ready to go eat and she's leaving. And, we imagined her, being an adult, being grown.
Sure. As every parent.
Mm-hmm.
We used to tease her and say we're going to prom with her and we're going to college with her, and she, no, you can, and no, mom is, and we, even now, I completely understand what's happening, but I can still see her future so clear. The way she spoke about it, we all believe what our kids say, and we all, but I was certain, like whatever she said, I knew she was capable. She wanted to be a doctor, rapper, lawyer, and she had so many interests. And when she said she wanted to do something, it wasn't just, okay, yeah, you can, just because we want to encourage our kid. It was, I firmly believed it. And for her time to be cut short, I'm grateful that we spent those 7 years, and I'm grateful that we allowed, when I say we, not only we, but everyone allowed her to be her all the time.
Yeah.
That's probably the best peace of mind I got out of this, just hearing everybody's experience with her. Like a lot of us think children are children, but we learned so much from her, we gained so much from her. She poured more into this world than she took out.
Absolutely, because even with all of this experience, like, I'm not angry, neither is her dad. We don't feel like we want to be spiteful, malicious, or hateful. It's like Carter left us with so much love that all we can do is give it to others. So it's like I told my friends, don't stop asking me to watch your kids. Like, I want to see these kids. I want to see them growing up. I want to be around them. And like he said, with allowing her to be herself, my parents had said, we're proud of the way you guys raised her, because if you didn't allow her to be herself, she wouldn't have been able to show herself. And I never looked up Carter's name until now that she's passed. We gave her the name Carter because we didn't want her to be identified. And her name means transporter of all things good. And that's all she ever did, was project goodness on people. She loved everybody, and she wasn't a fan of how like in school there's popular kids and things like that. Not saying that, I hate the term like nerd or geek or things, but it's like the people she chose to be around, or like less than perfect, or kids that she would convince to come out of your shell, or, kids that were lonely, and she gave that love to them. And that's amazing at 7 to not worry about what other people are thinking.
She was great at identifying what someone needed and catering to them. And at 7 years old, and then she was doing it even before that.
Right.
But like she did it with her parents, she did it with her grandparents. Like, she knew my health, and Dad, you got to do this, and actually care, not being grown, not being smart. Like, even with her grandfather could eat certain things, and she made sure, Mom, we got to get this for Grandpa because he needs this, and just always concerned and caring, and like she said with her friends, like she had her best friends, but she was friends with everyone.